think the first thing that drew me to the leadership studies program was the community. It's 80 people ish who are similarly minded, similarly passionate about a lot of things that we want to change or improve in this world. And so I think having the opportunity and chance to both be friends and live amongst these people is really, really, really nice. I'm Luke Johnson. I am from Evergreen, Colorado, and I'm majoring as of right now in philosophy and political science with minor in leadership. What I've learned about inclusive leadership, which is something that was, admittedly pretty foreign to me before I entered this minor, and what I've learned from this class specifically is honestly that I have so much more to go because I learn about all these things like written in the books that we've read from discussions from other people, and it leads me to the conclusion that I have just scratched the surface when it comes to inclusive leadership. In my specific classroom, I think one of the things that I appreciated and admired most was kind of the format of like an open discussion forum for a lot of classes. Like we would take a reading and we would take things and we would learn about what was we were supposed to gain from that reading, but then my professor would open it up to discussion and we would all share our personal opinions about it. We would share various experiences that we've had that apply to whatever reading we had. And sometimes it could get pretty intense, and sometimes uh it was very emotional, but a lot of times it was something that was more valuable than taking the reading and then doing a writing assignment about it and turning it in on Canvas. I find that open discussion format is much more valuable to me as a learner. Something that I would say to encourage a prospective student would be the community first and foremost. I mean, that's something that I didn't even think of at all when I was applying to leadership studies, because I was like, I get a minor, I get to meet cool people, I get all this cool stuff. But something that I hadn't even considered was just like the built in net of people that somebody in this program gets, like a normal college floor, but then add this whole aspect of similarities, of commonalities. And you just get this group of incredibly close, incredibly tight people. And then you take all of that and you apply it to a classroom. I think that all of that combined allows for like this built-in little nest of people that you are kind of inclined to be really close friends with. And I think that's really something that was refreshing coming in, because for people who may not have that, outgoing nature, people who may not seek out groups naturally, this is something that's really built in, really comfortable, and something that really allows me personally to open up. So something that is different from the leadership studies classes and my normal classes is the professor. And that's something that I had no idea of going into it. But all of the professors for the leadership studies minor are super, super close with the students. And you learn that over time you get different professors in this program. There's like 3 or 4 professors in this program. But the thing that I had no idea of is how close you end up getting to the professors. They end up becoming your friends who happen to grade your papers at the end of the quarter, which is really, really cool because it allows for this comfort in the actual classroom that I can say for certain I don't have in just a 10-week program with a different professor every single quarter. Getting the opportunity to know these professors inside and outside the class allows for me to be so much more comfortable in the actual classroom. Something that I'm looking forward to the most, perhaps a little selfishly, is expanding my abilities of self-reflection. A lot of times I find myself not able to figure out what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. And already just in one quarter, something that's been emphasized pretty heavily is a focus on self-reflection. I don't know, I'm trying to think of a way to like actually put into words how worth it is, because I was just going in originally for the minor and I was like super excited for that, and the chance to live with people on JMac. But there's so much more that I've gained out of it, and I don't really know how to actually put that into direct words.